Good morning, and welcome to the first in our series of webinars aimed at introducing emerging businesses to SAP Business One. We will be making these webinars available on our YouTube channel if you'd like to share them with your wider organizations. SAP is the leading ERP vendor on the world stage. Currently, SAP enjoys a 35% market share in the ERP market, placing us well ahead of both Oracle and Microsoft in terms of the reach of our projects. Furthermore, a significant number of large organizations like Shell and Coca-Cola use and trust SAP to run their businesses. That being said, what most people don't realize is that 70% of SAP's customers are small to medium-sized businesses just like you. It's also interesting to note that SAP has a 75% user satisfaction rating, which is the highest of any ERP product in its class. These sessions are aimed at companies that want to break through to the next level. At the moment, you are probably a small business that is serious about growth and providing your employees with a stable environment where they feel secure and are able to do the required tasks with a minimum of stress. Currently, you are in control of your finances, but probably have issues with how you communicate with your customers. Your internal processes take a long time to complete, and creating reports takes hours of effort using Excel. Management has very little visibility of how the business is performing on a day-to-day basis, and the employees are frustrated with having to manually enter data and complete mundane tasks as they don't have the time to bring real value to the organization. In short, you're doing a great job, and your balance sheet is healthy, but something is holding you back, and perhaps you just can't put your finger on what that is. If we look back over the last 20 years, in the UK, 80% of small businesses use Sage 50 for their financial requirements. Sage was completely dominant in this space, but in the last 5 years we've seen the emergence of some serious rivals into this space. QuickBooks and Xero seem to be the new pretenders, but similarly, Zoho and other cloud-based solutions have entered the space to challenge Sage's position. What I will say at the outset is that there is nothing wrong with these solutions, as they occupy a very important position in the market. They allow for small or start-up businesses to manage most of the financial requirements that they may have. They make invoicing, statements, purchasing, some limited inventory, and P&L reporting very easy for small businesses. However, at what point will an emerging business exceed what these solutions can provide? At what point do you need to consider what is the next step for your business? Perhaps the example that Sage used themselves as a barometer of when to make the change to Sage 200. Typically, Sage 50 is a flat file format. This is old technology that means that at some point the database will unfortunately become unstable. Sage themselves offer a re-indexing service to repair these databases that have become unstable. It takes 2 to 3 days of effort and is a known deficiency of Sage 50. Typically, this starts to happen when the user count reaches 5, the number of transactions processed during a month exceeds 10,000, or the sheer volume of data in the system gets larger than it can handle. When these indicators start to cause problems with the database, Sage will typically recommend that it's time to move to their larger product. I would, however, take this position further. My barometer is that when a business needs to start doing more processes internally and the amount of processes being managed in Excel spreadsheets gets unwieldy, or, alternatively, when separate systems are needed to be brought in to manage processes, say, for example, distribution, warehousing, HR, CRM, manufacturing, assembly, etc., that the time has now come to reconsider our options. This is further exacerbated when reports are required for analysis across all systems. Here are some practical examples that I've solved firsthand in the past that will probably illustrate this fact. I met a business that had a team of 5 salespeople and 3 account managers that were using Outlook to manage their communications. Within Outlook, they had folders for invoices, quotes, complaints, and leads. Within these folders, they then created customer subfolders. What they then had to do was move sent and received emails to the appropriate folder. They estimated that this was consuming an hour a day per staff member. So let's do some maths. 8 staff using 1 hour per day is 8 hours per day, or 40 hours a week. This is effectively 173 hours wasted per month. The average working day in the UK is 6.5 hours, including breaks, and the average UK working week is 38 hours. This is according to the Department of Work and Pensions. The average salary per hour for salespeople is £14.40, so 173 hours per month equates to approximately £2,490 per month of lost productivity just to file communications that should and could be managed by a system automatically. I've also spoken to many companies that advise me that they have 1 to 2 people working on their reports that consume an average of 4 hours per week just to create management reports for monthly management meetings. That equates to another 40 hours of lost productivity, or another £600 a month. As you can see, these small amounts soon start to add up. Typically, most small businesses are hemorrhaging anywhere between £5,000 and £7,000 each month in lost productivity due to inefficiency. That means an actual inefficiency of £60,000 to £80,000 of waste every year. If you then start to have multiple systems that are not integrated, so you are doubling efforts by double entering or even triple entering data to ensure that all systems are maintained, this further ramps up. Add into this the actual loss that can be incurred by having poor visibility of inventory, poor complaints being handled efficiently, and effectively the actual cost of not having a central system becomes even greater. We all know that it's 80% cheaper to keep existing customers than it is to find new customers, and happy existing customers typically provide 80% of a company's revenues with repeat business. What I'd like everybody to remember is that if you aren't speaking to your customers every month, then in all likelihood, someone else probably is. Most ERP systems that are installed efficiently to maximize productivity see a measured return on investment in just 8 months. By saving time and effort of employees allows for companies to put more effort into finding creative ways of improving the business. This allows for innovation and the ability to find competitive advantages over rival businesses competing in the same place. So far, I haven't mentioned what benefits SAP Business One can bring to your business. That'll follow shortly. But what I want you to all realize is that by investing in a product like SAP Business One can mean the difference between staying where you are now and moving to the next phase of growth. SAP invest in R&D and as a result are consistently at the forefront of innovation. They introduced their own database solution, HANA, several years ago, which utilizes in-memory technology rather than SQL to ensure that database reporting and analytics are available without having to upload data into a data warehouse. I'll be covering this in tomorrow's webinar. This also gives a significant boost to performance, so SAP users don't experience the hourglass of frustration waiting for the screens to refresh. This ability to provide reporting across multiple systems and the performance benefit improves the SAP user experience. Unlike most of its competitors, SAP Business One is a centralized database solution that includes all of the modules as standard rather than having to purchase additional functionality. This makes it very cost-effective compared to products like Sage 200, Microsoft Dynamics or NetSuite. Furthermore, it's quick to implement and upgrades are completed typically in a couple of days, even from older versions. And anyone who's been through the pain of either a Sage 200 or a Microsoft Dynamics upgrade will know exactly what I mean, where upgrades are typically measured in the tens of days, even hundreds I've seen before. So let's have a look at the SAP Business One platform. Not only does it include your accounting and financials, which you would kind of expect, you can also include things like management and administration, sales and service, purchasing and operations, inventory and distribution, production and MRP, and project and resource management. So what we tend to find is that SAP provides so much more than most of the competitive products out there. That effectively allows you to make decisions with real-time insights. You're able to collaborate across a variety of business functions and across a variety of departments, all with their own particular requirements. It also allows you to compete effectively within the digital economy, which allows you to grow your business with best practice processes. Reporting across all of these areas can be done within one safe and secure area.
The management system must simplify your work and be easy to use. SAP Business One is the solution that allows you to control the entire organization easily and efficiently. SAP Business One provides all the functions necessary for efficiently managing your business, simplifying business processes such as, for example, the automatic creation of production orders from sales orders or creation via the web of requests for estimates from suppliers. In just a few clicks, analyze and monitor the performance of business processes by using the appropriate indicators and dashboard analytics. You can immediately identify the critical issues and relevant processes involved. Accounting data are automatically fed and linked to business processes and obtain a complete integrated view of financial data. Provide better service to your customers by accessing information quickly on your tablet or smartphone. The new SAP Fiori user interface and customized dashboard analytics make your work simpler and more effective than ever. Everything is simple to control with SAP Business One.
In conclusion, we believe very strongly that SAP Business One provides the best of solutions for small to emerging businesses. If you would like to find out more, please contact me on the email address below, or alternatively, just give me a call. I'm more than happy to come out and speak to you in person, or alternatively, we can arrange a web demonstration for you to really showcase what benefits SAP Business One can bring to your business. Don't forget our forthcoming webinars that we have, including tomorrow's webinar on the SAP HANA Analytics and Reporting, and then on Thursday we'll also be doing a short webinar on the SAP Retail Solution vertical. Many thanks for your time, and I hope you've enjoyed today's webinar.